at my ankles and it's at my knees. I'm drifting away on the salty breeze. My anchors are broken, my compass is spinning. I lose in the end while I'm at the beginning.
Don't fight the current, don't struggle with the wave. The ocean is a cradle, not just a grave. The moon is the master of the rising swell. Listen to the stories that the seashells tell.
The pressure is building, the surface is blue, searching for a shoreline that's honest and true. High tide washing through the street, cleansing all the dust from my weary feet. Take me to the deep where the silence is loud, floating like a ghost in a watery cloud.
A prayer for the sailors is on my lips. Nature is a queen that no man can command. The power of the sea is the power of the land.
I'm holding my breath while the world goes by, looking at the ships from the corner of my eye. I used to be afraid of the fathomless deep. Now it's the place where my secrets I keep. The pressure is building, the surface is blue, searching for a shoreline that's honest and true. High tide washing through the street, cleansing all the dust from my weary feet. Take me to the deep where the silence is loud, floating like a ghost in a watery cloud. It's a matter of the soul. Let the vast horizon take complete control. No more boundaries, no more lines in the sand, just the moving water and the master's hand. Rising, rising, falling, falling. Cover the shore. Down, no, no more. High tide washing through the street, cleansing all the dust from my weary feet. Take me to the deep where the silence is loud, floating like a ghost in the watery cloud. The tide is in, let the dance begin. Oceanic love, below and above. crying on the dance floor. staring at my shoes, blending on my heartache with the rhythm and the blues. Every beat is heavy, like a stone inside my chest. I'm looking for a place where a weary girl can rest.
Dry your eyes, my darling, don't you let them spill. The universe is moving, it's never standing still. Music is a vessel,
let it carry you away
across the silver water
of the Montego Bay. The bass is like a heartbeat, steady and so true, wiping away the sadness and the lonely hue. Rhythm taps, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move.
saltwater melodies,
Sweet and slightly sour,
finding all the beauty
in our darkest hour.
I play a little skank now to lift up your vibration, a sonic healing session for the entire nation. Love is not a prison,
Love is not a snare,
cast away your worries.
and your heavy load of care. I try to find the tempo, I try to catch the swing, but I've forgotten how it feels to have a silver wing. The snare drum is a hammer, the lyrics are a knife, cutting through the static of my complicated life. The bass is like a heartbeat, steady and so true, wiping away the sadness and the lonely hue. Rhythm taps, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move.
Saltwater melodies,
Sweet and slightly sour,
finding all the beauty
in our darkest hour.
dance until the sorrow turns into a drop of dew. Dance until the spirit feels
Shiny and brand new. No more lamentation,
no more bitter
cries, just the reflection of the music in your eyes. Rhythm fall,
rhythm fall,
rhythm all,
heal them all.
rhythm taps, falling in the groove.
Oh,
Everything is changing,
changing,
everything must move.
everything must move.
Saltwater melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour.
Keep on moving,
Let the tears dry under the moonlight, under the Caribbean sky.
My dress is torn and my heels are left behind, searching for a kingdom that's a different kind. Tired of the neon lights and the hollow sound, I'm looking for some holy and some solid ground. Greetings, daughter, come and walk the narrow path. Escape the bitterness and the worldly wrath. There is a mountain where the grapes are sweet, and the dust of Mercury won't touch your feet. Can you feel the vibration in the morning breeze, lifting our burdens with such a gentle ease? Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more teardrops will ever be shed. The lion is roaring from the highest peak. Strength is provided for the tired and weak. Do not be fearful of the giant's sword. Victory is found in the rhythm of the Lord. I used to seek my comfort in a glass of wine, but now I'm tasting something truly divine. Your words are velvet, they wrap around my scars, beneath a canopy of a billion stars. Can you feel the vibration in the morning breeze, lifting our burdens with such a gentle ease? Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more teardrops will ever be shed. A work of art, velvet Zion, smooth as the ocean. Velvet Zion, sweetest emotion. Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more teardrops will ever be shed. Walking on velvet Zion,
They took my conviction, they auctioned my grace, leaving me stranded in a nameless place.
The thief comes in silence to pillage the mind, leaving the wreckage and the bitter behind. But the light that is stolen is never truly gone. It's just waiting for the signal of the coming dawn. Fragments of a belief scattered on the floor, looking for the courage to open up the door. Stolen faith, reclaimed in the song, right in every error, in every ancient wrong. Taking back the fire that they tried to put out, finding the certainty inside of the doubt. The merchant of shadows wants to sell you a lie, but you cannot purchase the blue in the sky. The treasure of the humble is a secret within, the place where the spirit and the silence begin. I've been pawned and traded like a cheap piece of glass, watching the parade of the hypocrites pass. But your voice is a magnet pulling me back, filling up the holes in the spiritual lack. Fragments of a belief scattered on the floor, looking for the courage to open up the door. Stolen faith, reclaimed in the song, right in every error, in every ancient wrong. Taking back the fire that they tried to put out, finding the certainty inside of the doubt. It's not in the scripture, it's not in the gold. It's a primitive story that's never been told. A resilience of soul, a defiance of heart. This is where the revolution is going to start. Give it back the faith you took. Read the heart, not the book. Stolen faith, reclaimed in the song, reclaimed in the song, right in every error, in every ancient wrong. Take
Take off the mask and the heavy perfume. Let the authenticity finally bloom. I'm tired of the filters and the digital skin. I wanna go back to where it all did begin.
Man was made from the breath in the clay. Don't let the machinery take that away. The rhythm of the seas and the pull of the moon is the only melody that's ever in tune.
Stripped to the essence, bared to the bone, the greatest wisdom that we've ever known. Natural spirit, wild and untamed, the fire of the soul that can never be named. Pure as the water and deep as the cave, right in the crest of the biological wave. Whoa.
The concrete can't capture the vibration of life. The ego is nothing but a sharp, rusty knife. Relax your shoulders and open your hands and listen to the language of the ancient land.
I feel the electricity in the grass and the trees. I'm finding my frequency with the greatest of ease. No more synthetic, no more artificial. The feeling of being is so beneficial. Stripped to the essence, bared to the bone, the greatest wisdom that we've ever known. Natural spirit, wild and untamed, the fire of the soul that can never be named. Pure as the water and deep as the cave, right in the crest of the biological wave. Can you feel it? Natural, natural, natural. Watch it. Natural spirit, wild and untamed, the fire of the soul that can never be named. Pure as the water and deep as the cave, right in the crest of the biological wave. Simply being, deeply seeing. Natural, original. Old photographs fading on a chipped wooden shelf. I'm trying to remember a version of myself before the whiskey and the late night regret, before the sun of my innocence finally set.
There's a shine in the rust, a gold in the dirt, a healing that happens at the edge of the hurt. The finest of wines comes from the crushed grape. There's no use in trying to plan an escape, shaking off the powder of 1,000 long miles, traded
simplest of smiles. Dusty glory, weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey, and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. The tattered banner that's never been torn.
The empires crumble and the statues decay. The glory of the Caesar is blown far away. But the love of a brother, the strength of a friend, is a dusty old glory that has no real end.
I wear my wrinkles like a map of the stars. I wear my history and all of my scars. There's a vintage light in these tired old eyes that no amount of glitter could ever disguise. Shaking off the powder of 1,000 long miles, trading the sorrows for the simplest of smiles. Dusty glory, a weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey, and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. A tattered banner that's never been torn.
From the mud of the trench to the top of the hill, the spirit of the lioness remains perfectly still. In the wreckage of time, in the debris of years, we find the laughter that's hidden in tears. Dusty glory,
Ancient story, real,
holy,
name. Oh, dusty glory, a weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey, and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. A tattered banner that's never been torn.
glory in the dust,
In love we trust, age like a storm, never alone. Humidity is rising, my hair is coming loose. I'm tangled in the wires, I'm looking for the juice. The neon lights are flickering like tigers in the night. I'm shivering in shadows, screaming for the light.
the concrete is a forest, the sirens are the birds. Listen to the message, don't focus on the words. The predator is hungry, but the prey is getting smart. Put the rhythm of the wildwood inside your beating heart. Temperature is climbing to 104.
I can't take the pressure of the city anymore. Jungle fever burning in the soul, losing every instinct, losing all control. Vines are wrapping tightly round the golden gate. In this heat of passion, we negotiate our fate.
Babylon is sweating under the tropical heat. The drums of the rebellion are thumping in the street. No time for the wavering, no time for the fear. The era of the liberation is finally here.
My pulse is like a piston, my blood is like a fire, walking on the edge of a high voltage wire. I don't need a doctor, I don't need a pill, I just need the madness of the forest until temperature is climbing to 104. I can't take the pressure of the city anymore. Jungle fever burning in the soul, losing every instinct, losing all control. Vines are wrapping tightly round the golden gate. In this heat of passion, we negotiate our fate. Waiting for the kingdom of the sun to come. Tear down the fences, let the greenery grow. Whatever you harvest is whatever you sow. Hotter than the furnace, wilder than the beast, from the burning west to the golden east. Jungle fever burning in the soul, losing every instinct, losing all control. Vines are wrapping tightly round the golden gate. In this heat of passion, we negotiate our fate. It's a fever in the jungle, keep on dancing through the tangle. Yeah. Pour me a glass of that morning light. I'm tired of the shadows and the endless white. My throat is parched from the lies I've told. I'm looking for a river made of liquid gold.
The rain is a blessing from the clouds above, filling up the vessel with the water of love. Don't waste a single drop of the precious flow. It's the only way to make the inner garden grow.
Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine, everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race.
The sun hits the ripples on the harbor bay, chasing all the ghosts of the night away. Wealth is not a matter of the paper or the ink, it's the clarity of spirit and the way you think.
I've been drinking poison from a rusty cup. Now I'm looking down and then I'm looking up. The melody is amber, the rhythm is bright, drowning all my demons in the golden light. Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine, everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race.
It's flowing through the veins,
It's moving through the trees
carried on the wings,
of the summer breeze,
purer than the diamond,
clearer than the glass.
watching all the sorrow and the winter pass.
Liquid gold, oh, pour it on my soul. Liquid gold,
Make the broken whole.
liquid gold dripping from the vine, everything is sacred, everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace, reflecting the beauty of the human race. Let it flow, golden glow, infinite wealth, spirit health. I'm staring at the horizon where the blue meets blue, but I'm still haunted by the memory of you. The salt in the air feels like salt in my wound, a tragic melody that's perfectly tuned.
The tide comes in and the tide goes away. Nothing in this world is ever meant to stay.
Don't let your sorrow become a heavy chain, even waves are crashing against the jagged rock, waiting for the key to turn inside the lock. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind.
I see you weeping by the coconut tree, but the spirit of the ocean wants to set you free. A man is just a man, and a storm is just a gale. Set your
Compass true and adjust your sail. My suitcase is empty, my pride is all gone. I've been singing the blues since the crack of dawn. You play your guitar and the rhythm starts to swing. I'm trying to remember how to actually sing. The waves are crashing against the jagged rock, waiting for the key to turn inside the lock. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind. The king without a throne. Island blues, singing in the dark, searching for a fire, looking for a spark. Stranded in paradise with a heavy mind, leaving the bitterness of the world behind. Just the blues on the island. Let the guitar moan one more time under the palm trees. Kneeling on the linoleum, the heater's gone cold, counting the stories that the prophets never told. I've got a pocket full of lint and a heart full of soot, looking for the branch, but I'm tripping on the root.
The incense is rising from the trash can fire, higher and higher than the cathedral spire. Jah doesn't look at the velvet or the lace. He's looking for the truth on a hungry man's face. A whisper in the chaos, a cry in the night, stone that the builder refused in his pride is the same holy mountain where the humble reside.
My hallelujah shaky and my faith is a blur, walking through the static in the city's hollow purr. But the rhythm is a sermon and the bass is a creed, providing every answer that a lonely soul could need. A whisper in the chaos, a cry in the night, reaching for the hem of the garment of light. Ghetto prayer floating on the wind, forgiving every debt and every hidden sin. From the project halls to the dusty road, lifting up the spirit and the heavy load.
No stained glass window,
Just the open sky
where